In this video, we will service the Airtop 2000 ST burner assembly. We will first remove the outer casing. You should only need a flathead screwdriver for this step. Start with the end caps, followed by the removal of the upper section, the rubber grommet, and then the lower section. On the lower casing, spread the sidewalls apart to release the guide pins. To remove the fan, use a flathead screwdriver to spread the locking ears and lift up. Inspect the Hall effect sensors to be sure they're fixed in place. This can give a false reading if the sensor is inadvertently loosened and became dislodged, resulting in unnecessary replacement of the combustion assembly. Next, we will remove the control module. Disconnect all the connectors to the control module. We will use the T15 Torx bit to remove the control module retaining screws. There are 3 retaining screws to remove. Lift up on the control module. To remove the combustion fan assembly, we will use the T25 Torx bit. There are 5 retaining screws to remove. It's important to note, always use new gaskets when reassembling your Airtop 2000 ST heater. Note the orientation of the glow pin wire retainer. This prevents contact with the combustion fan. To remove the burner assembly, we will use the T20 Torx bit. There are 4 set screws to remove. Be sure to push the glow pin wire grommet through the housing before removing the burner assembly. For ease of removal, use the flathead screwdriver to break the burner assembly away from the burner tube. To remove the glow pin, we will use the 2mm Allen wrench. There is 1 retainer screw located on the burner assembly that we will loosen. It's important to note that you should not reuse the original gaskets. You can use a small pick tool or a screwdriver to align the retaining screw holes. Apply firm pressure to the fuel line grommet to ensure that it's fully seated. Feed the glow pin wires back through the heat exchanger housing and press the rubber grommet back into place. Don't forget to reinstall the glow pin wire retainer. Align all of the screw holes and reinstall the 4 T20 retaining screws. Place the new combustion assembly gasket before reinstalling the combustion assembly. Align all of the T25 retaining screws and loosely start them before tightening them. Be sure to reconnect the ground eyelet to the heat exchanger body during this step. Slide the control module back on top of the unit and align the retaining screw holes. Reinstall the 3 retaining screws using the T15 Torx bit. Run all the wires and plug all the connectors back into their keyed locations. You can now reinstall the hot air fan. Reinstall the enclosure by starting with the bottom by aligning the guide pins. Next the top section, and then the end caps followed by the new mount gasket. This concludes the video for the Airtop 2000 ST burner assembly service. After reinstalling the enclosure, check the air fan to be sure it is spinning freely.